Hello everybody, welcome to Dakman Productions and welcome to Conahey Rail. And we got a special delivery that was made to the Dakman Studios via a U-Haul truck. Check it out. Well, part of it's not true. It really wasn't delivered by a U-Haul truck. As I mentioned, it actually came UPS packaged in a U-Haul box. Originally when I bought this, I wasn't even going to show the unboxing until I seen it on my step. I'm like, this has got to be the biggest box I ever got in the history of Conahey Rail and Dakman Productions. I never got anything shipped to me in a big, huge box like this. I'm like stunned. It's like, wow. So what did I get in this big box? Yeah, well, let's check it out. So I'll be using my U.S. Army knife, and I'm just so excited. Now, I normally tell a story when I do an unboxing, but I'm just so excited for this that I actually don't have one. First time ever. I'm just, it's like Christmas time. Oh man. It's, wow. This is crazy. Alright. So, this is from a store that went out of business. So, yeah. Oh, wow. And I normally don't buy stuff like this on eBay. This is an eBay purchase. And, yeah. I'm just excited to get what's in here. Alright, so what do we have? Alright, so I'll get this stuff out and unbubble wrapped and show you what I got. Alright, so if you guessed that there was perhaps a big boy and a Challenger in that box, your guess would have been wrong. So I actually found a brand new Lionel Conrail Safety Award set. And this set was made for Conrail employees only by Lionel. Now, K-Line has made Conrail Safety Award sets in the past. I believe this is the only one that Lionel did, and they did it in 2005 for Conrail. And that should raise a question mark to people who know anything about Conrail. They should say, whoa, 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 wait a minute, Dakman. That's impossible. That can't be a Conrail employees safety award set for 2005 because Conrail was gone in 1999. Technically, the answer is no, they really weren't. It became Conrail Shared Asset Operations, or CSAO. And this safety award set is actually for CSAO employees, or Conrail Shared Asset Operation employees. We'll get these out and we'll talk a little bit about that even more. Okay, so we're back and I got everything unboxed and onto my traditional layout. And I'm sure the first thing people are going to ask is, why is it on your traditional layout? And we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about the set first. So what we have is Lionel stock number 6-11548. It is a special featured O-gauge set featuring a Conrail SD70 Mac, which runs in conventional mode only. So that's why it's on my traditional layout. The set also featured Gunderson Maxi Stacks. This set was a gift from Conrail for employees only. So the only way to get this set is if one of those employees that received it decided to sell it. The set was produced by Lionel in 2006 and given only to Conrail employees who were not injured for the entire year of 2004. Less than 300 sets were ever produced. This was part of the program Lionel inherited from K-Line, who had previously made sets from 1999 to 2004. Most opinions I found online say that this is the rarest Conrail safety set. The set includes a Conrail SD70 Mac, stock number 6-11209, features a highly detailed body, runs in conventional mode only, traction tires, cab figure, horn, electronic reversing unit, and authentic Conrail paint scheme with safety logo graphics. Also includes 3 Gunderson Deep Well Maxi Stack cars. Each is named after 4 active Conrail divisions still in operation, shared by Norfolk Southern and CSX. Also, the containers have names of the employees who completed the year-end safety record. Conrail North Jersey Operation Containers, 6-21110. Conrail South Jersey Mount Laurel Operation Containers, 6-21113. And Detroit Operations and E.H. Harriman Containers, 6-2116. All have Conrail markings on the rolling stock. Now, as I mentioned, this set was made for Conrail shared asset operations. Alright, so let's take a look at everything because I am blown away by what I'm seeing, and I'll show you why. So take a look at the locomotive first. This by far is the best detailed locomotive that I have ever seen as far as a diesel locomotive. It blows away, even though it's a 2006 produced locomotive. As far as detail, it blows all of my legacy locomotives away. It has details that they don't even have. And I'm thinking that's because they wanted to make a good impression, because this is an actual award. So let me show you the things that I'm seeing on this locomotive as far as details that none of my other locomotives have. I wish they did. So the first thing I'm seeing that blows me away are the airlines here. Take a look at these airlines. I'm going to get a close-up here. Even my current most up-to-date Lionel locomotive does not have these ends on the hoses like this. This is just so cool and realistic. Why can't Lionel put all that detail into everything that they make, not just the award locomotive? And remember, this is made in 2004. They were already doing this. This is some great detail. I love it. And then we go over here. There's an actual sticker or decal in the stairwell. Another decal right here in the step area. I mean, the detail just gets more and more in depth. Then we go to the top. Again, more decals, all correct. And then we'll move down some more. Another decal. Oops, sorry about that. It's just crazy how much detail is into this 2004 locomotive. Or actually 2006, I'm sorry. The awards were, this was an award given for 2004, but the model itself wasn't produced until 2006. So I didn't want to confuse anybody. Even the rear hoses have the metal on them. That is so cool. I'm just blown away from this, from the details. That this has more details on this 2006 conventional locomotive than any Lionel Legacy locomotive, including the newest one I own, which is a 2022, doesn't even have this level of detail on it. Now we're going to move on to the intermodal, the Gunderson well cars, and they're beautiful as well. These are actually die-cast. They're die-cast metal. Beautiful details on them as well. So we'll get some close-up shots on that. Look at the individual springs in the trucks. Look at that beautiful detailing. Got the name Gunderson there. Beautiful, beautiful car. Now, I haven't done my own research yet, but my understanding is that Conrail really didn't own intermodal cars. I don't know that for a fact, 100%, but that was just something that was told to me. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the containers. You'll see here, this is the North Jersey operations, safety stacks. So these are both North Jersey. Alright, so here we have the Conrail South Jersey operations and the Conrail Mount Laurel operations. Finally, we get to the Conrail Detroit operations and the E.H. Harriman Silver Award car itself. Look at this cool metal grate. We'll get a close look at that. Nice diamond plate look here. Real nice touch. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys something that I found very, very interesting. But I want to take the last car as an example. So I'm going to show the end flap of the box. Here you can see it's stock number 6-21116. The Conrail Gunderson Deep Well car, number 795112. Now the reason why I wanted to show this, and as you can see there also it says 2005 Conrail Personal Collector Safety Set. But at any rate, this is so you guys know that this did not get mixed up. Because now I'm going to show something very interesting. That's right. It says K-Line on it. The containers themselves say MDK Inc. on it, as you can see right there, MDK Inc. So K-Line Electric Trains was formerly the brand name under which Chapel Hill, North Carolina-based MDK Inc. sold its products. So what happened to K-Line? Lionel discovered someone in K-Line's employment had knowledge of the Lionel trade secrets based on the CW80 transformer and others dealing with cruise control for toy trains. The two companies settled a lawsuit on August 10, 2005, with K-Line agreeing to withdraw infringing products by January 31st, 2006, and paying a royalty to Lionel in the interim. K-Line also licensed some of its technology to Lionel and reimbursed $700,000 of legal costs. Shortly thereafter, the settlement fell apart, and on August 23, 2005, MDK filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. On October 27th, K-Line and Lionel reached a new settlement, including a permanent injunction against manufacturing products containing the disputed technology, a $2 million damage claim in its bankruptcy case, and royalty-free access to several K-Line patents. K-Line's 2005 bankruptcy petition stated that its annual sales were between $7 and $8 million. Over the next few months, K-Line's operations slowed, and there were numerous layoffs and rumors of potential purchasers, which were highly publicized among hobbyists. On February 16, 2006, Lionel announced it had purchased the K-Line product line. The deal was finalized on April 18, 2006. So there's a little bit of K-Line / Lionel history for you. Well, I am so glad to own this very historical set. It is definitely a conversation piece, I will have to say. It being a safety award set, having Lionel / K-Line cars, it's just this highly detailed conventional locomotive made in 2006 that is far superior to anything that I own as far as detail wise of any Lionel legacy diesel that I own, including the last ones that I bought in 2022. They should put this kind of detail in all their legacy locomotives, and not just on special occasions. But alright, I digress. So that's the end of that. Let's run this thing because I've already bored you guys probably enough, but I always like to throw in the details and stuff. Of course, this is all fantasy. This never really happened in real life. This is just an award that was created. There's no such thing as a Conrail safety locomotive or intermodal cars with everybody's name on them. So it's a safety award set, and I'm just happy to have this in my collection. And it was brand new until I opened it up. And I know people are going to say, oh, you just ruined the value of it. I didn't buy this set to say I have it and then keep it stuffed away on my shelf in plastic bags. I want to run it, and I want to enjoy it. Because if I leave it in a box all wrapped up, and then I pass away, somebody else is just going to get it and open it up and run it anyway. So it might as well be me doing the opening up and running it and enjoying it. You know what I mean? So I'm sure people can relate, and I just want to have fun with this thing. And it's definitely going to be on a display. I already have a display in mind for it, the whole entire train set. Alright, so let's go. Alrighty, so I had little technical difficulties here. So basically, let's take a look at this layout. This is my Lionel layout here. The problem is that I'm trying to run a scale-sized train on my Lionel traditional layout, and there's interference issues because, as you can see, I got an upper train and it does interfere with that upper portion because I never meant to run scale trains on this layout. It was never meant to happen. So what can I do about it? Am I going to redesign my traditional layout just so I can run one set? Absolutely not. So what I'm going to do is Lionel made something called the Legacy Power Master. And I'm going to buy that next. And I'm going to hook it to Conahey Rail, which is my legacy layout over here. So what does the Legacy PowerMaster do? Well, that would be a good question, because this is something I've been contemplating on getting anyway for a long time. And I know people are going to say, oh, you should wait for the base 3. No, I'm not waiting, because it'll be a long time before I buy a base 3, but that's another story. So the Lionel Legacy PowerMaster works with all Lionel command remotes. It can control conventional locomotives remotely, control speed, direction, whistle, horn, and bell. What it does, it varies the track power to fine-tune lighting, accessories, and command-equipped engines. It also can control up to 180 watts of external power. So basically, instead of having constant track power and sending a signal to the locomotive to go, what you're going to do is the PowerMaster will turn the track power on instead, and it regulates it on and off for you. Much like you working a transformer is basically all you're doing. And I think that's the way to go for me. Now, of course, when I install that, I'm going to have switches so it doesn't backfeed into my current legacy system, which I already thought ahead and actually installed switches a few years ago. So that part is already done, because I was already considering doing this PowerMaster setup for a long time. I just haven't needed to do it, so I just didn't. But now I can get that PowerMaster set up and run my conventional set on my legacy layout. And I think that's pretty cool that I can do that. But unfortunately, I don't have that set up now. We're going to go ahead and continue to run single stack. Sorry, but that's what happens when you design a layout for semi-scale or traditional scale, and you're trying to show off a conventional full-scale train on it. But I rather enjoy it this way than not at all. So here we go. Okay, so this was the second failed attempt of running this around the layout. This wasn't meant to be. The problem is, since I made this for traditional sized cars, these are too close to the track in some areas, and so it would take a total redesign just to run this around the loop. So I can just run it back and forth. Okay, so unfortunately, that's the only run I can make for everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video, and you better believe I'm going to get that PowerMaster hooked into my legacy layout, and we'll do a real run of this thing and stretch its legs out. In the meantime, like I said, this is an awesome set to have in my collection, being a Conrail guy. Okay, we'll catch everybody trackside. Goodbye.